Alright, so in this video we're going to be making a middleware to check if the user is subscribed before they even access the route. So we're going to name this middleware subscribed to. And inside this middleware, we basically just want to check if the user is subscribed to any of the given plans that we pass through. So this middleware will be stored inside the middleware folder, inside subscribe to. So what we want to go in here is first set the variable user to request user if user does not exist, or if user isn't subscribed, then by default we know we don't want it to go to the route, no matter if we subscribe to a specific plan or not. So in that case, I'm just going to return redirect to the pay route, which we defined inside here as just pay. So that's for here. So after that, we want to go through each individual plans as a plan. In here, we want to have selected plan, which is going to be set to plan where title is the same as plan and get the first or fail. And the way we get the plans is basically by passing them through in here with a spread operator as plans. And then inside here, we want to say if user is subscription, and we want to go to the default one here. And then here we want to say the stripe price is the same as the selected stripe ID. And then if that's the case, we just want to return next. And then at the very bottom of this middleware, if they have, for whatever reason, not been redirected by here, we want to just make sure they get redirected to the pay route. That shouldn't happen, but we don't want them to obviously access a paywall subscription. So if I head into the web.php one, and inside here, you can see we have this pay controller, which returns this pay route, which is basically the one we've ended up in the component calling pay.jsx. So I'm going to go ahead and create a premium one instead. So let's say premium.jsx. In here, I'm just going to have exactly the same as the dashboard page, except I'm going to say you've paid for a subscription. And then inside web.php, we will just create a quick route here. In this route, we're just going to say subscription, premium. And we're just going to have a closure in here for now. Call this route premium. We return to premium one. And we want to have middleware. And then we can go in and say inside the middleware one, we can specify what is required. So I could say that any subscription would be fine. So then you could just pass in subscribe to the middleware name, column, and then the different plans you want it to be subscribed to. Now, if we go into our browser now and head to the premium one, you'll see subscribe to does not exist. That's because we need to register the middleware. So inside HTTP, we have this kernel here where we have the middleware. So in here, we want to have the subscribe to class specified in the middleware alias as subscribed to, the same as the subscribe to class. And that would essentially allow us to now refresh this page and you pay for subscription because this user has paid for a subscription. Now, if we go into here again, we say I haven't paid for an annual plan, so I know that for a fact. So we only want an annual plan to actually be allowed to go in here. Then you can see that if we just make sure we say basic, annual, premium, annual, go into the... Alright, so we have actually subscribed to an annual plan here. So In this case, you can see inside subscriptions, we have these two here as active. So what we can go ahead and do in here is inside plans. If you, for example, this wouldn't be valid, but if we go ahead and change this ID here to make sure that it is a subscription, make sure you update this to an actual Stripe ID. Then if we head into our browser, you then see that we get to the pay page because we're checking on that. So if we now go ahead and add all of these here, go to the premium page, you'll see that we are paid for subscription. Now, the only other thing I want to do is inside the authenticated layout, I want to just change the link to premium to be to premium root in here. So if I go ahead and actually click there, now you can see I can just switch between them. But if I was going to go ahead and cancel the subscription, then it wouldn't work anymore. Or if I was going to say we were creating an ultimate plan, then again, you could specify this is only for ultimate plan customers. So that's actually all for this video, and it's quite simple to initiate this kind of way to get the user subscribed. And it allows us to essentially redirect the user before they even get to route and get them into the paywall instead, if they're trying to access a premium route. That could either be for an article or any other given circumstances. So that's all for this video. Please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.